What's poppin', world? I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that bell so you get a notification anytime I go live and anytime I post a video. And if you've been here before and you know I'm about to put that fire out, go ahead and hit that like button so we get to the algorithm and more people can see this content. And if at any point during this video you like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And again, consider subscribing to the channel. We're growing fast. Come and be a part of a good, healthy community. Let's get into this. Today we're going to review a couple of clips from the Lapeef Let's Talk show. And this conversation was centered around as to whether men and women should date based off of potential or not, right? This is a huge conversation out here in society today. Is it okay to date based off of potential? We're going to watch this clip and I'm going to break this all the way down.
For a man to be the best version of himself? Or should you take it as, if I don't want to marry him right now, I'm good? Like, how long should a woman be waiting for that?
I think that when two people are already grown, I don't think you should get with someone for the potential of it at all. And guys will actually resent you for it. The whole time that Ken was telling me that he was going to work on these things, I didn't even realize that he had tons of resentment.
Yeah.
That he had to work on those things.
Mm-hmm. If they had it, they would have showed you that to begin with, but they don't have it. And so now they're working on something that's not within them to begin with, and now they're resenting you because they do want to be with you, but you're trying to make him into something that he's just not. And so he's trying his best, but his best is not good enough because it would never produce something that he doesn't already have, right? A woman dating for potential is dangerous because, number one, you really might be wasting your time.
You are.
And time is very valuable. And then number two, you don't know how he feels about you telling him, well, maybe in a year, once this is happening and this is happening, we don't know if it's going to happen. And now he's feeling like he's never going to measure up. And when men's egos are hurt, they get they're
defensive.
dangerous people. Yeah.
All right, guys. So you saw that, you heard that. You saw that, you heard that. She said, or the women in the video said, do not date based on potential, right? I'm going to have to break this down from many different angles, right? This conversation is going to have to be broken down from many different angles, right? Let's start here. There are different types and forms of, let's just say, potential, right? What are we talking about here, right? So are we talking about potential as far as career path, financial status, things of that nature? Are we talking about potential as far as morals, values, character, right? Which is more like an interpersonal type of thing. This is how I see it, guys. You should not date someone based on potential if we're talking about character, right? We're talking about someone's morals, values, how they move, how they treat you, right? Don't date based on potential in those areas, right? A guy should already have a level head. He should have a good mindset. He should come in good spirits. He should come without any trauma, any baggage of that sort when it comes to trauma or any past situations, things of that nature, right? Don't date on potential for that to get better. But when it comes to economical status, finances, career path, things of that nature, it's okay to date based off of potential. Let me break it down. A major factor is this: people's age, right? You got to consider the age. What's the age of the two individuals, right? Is this an 18, 19, 20-year-old, right? Or are we talking about a 40-year-old, right? Now, if we're talking about a young adult, I think it's fair for two people to come together, build together. And in that sense, I would say both people are dating off of potential, right? Because if you're a young adult, you're nowhere near your peak yet, right? In your career path and your financial status and your economical status, you're nowhere near that, right? If you're a young adult. So both people are literally dating based off of potential, right? If you're a young adult. Now, if you're an older adult, that's a little bit different, right? But even still, there are signs that you should be able to see that one is working on, things that they're working towards. There should be signs there for you to know as to whether they're going in the direction that they say they're going to, right? Whether it's their vision, the goals they're trying to meet, you should be able to see that, right? Just like if someone's talking about being a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, you should be able to see the path they're going down, right? Are they in school, right? If they are in school, what type of student are they? What kind of grades are they making, right? Is this someone who studies a lot? Is this someone who's really putting in the work to be what they say they're trying to be, right? Does this person have a history of making good grades? How's their character, right? How's their work ethic? You should be able to see these things, and you should be a good judge as to whether there's truly potential there. A lot of people drop the ball because they are not a good judge as to whether someone truly has potential to go or meet the goals that they're really trying to meet. A lot of people do not have good judgment on that, and that's where they drop the ball at, right? But again, I'm talking about things that deal with someone's financial status, career path, economic status, all that stuff. I'm not talking about character, right? If someone's a scumbag, you shouldn't say, well, if we can get into the church, if we can get these certain people to talk to them, if I can get them around the right crowd, I can get them to move a little differently and treat me better. No. Guys, if you're dealing with a female, you want her to, be more agreeable, do things around the house, you know what I'm saying? Cook, take care of the kids, whatever those things are. If she's not doing those things and that's something you strongly desire as a man, she's probably not going to be the woman for you. It's probably not going to be wise to take that chance, right? Again, when you're talking about matters of personality, character, effort, things like that, don't date off potential when it comes to those areas, right? Do not date off potential when it comes to those areas, right? But you should be able to spot out potential and be a good judge of that. There's a reason why they have scouts for the NFL, scouts for the NBA, right? When they go out to see these young athletes, they can see potential. That's what they're getting paid to do. They're getting paid to find the athlete with the most potential. That's what they're doing. They don't know how this athlete is going to perform once they get to the professional leagues, right? They don't know, but they're looking at potential. And that's why I use the example as young adults. When we come into these relationships, we're all dating based on potential in some way, shape, or form, right? But I said if it's a character issue, don't go off of potential in that area. Only in other areas, right? So we're all dating for potential in some way, shape, or form, right? Now, you have a lot of women out here, let's just say, that are doing well, right? So these women, they getting these jobs. They say black women are the most educated. Let's say they getting to it, right? Many of them are having a hard time finding men because they're afraid to say, or they're not good judges of, say, one's potential, right? Say if the man isn't quite there yet on their level, right? A lot of these women are not good judges of seeing someone's potential, so they just choose not to act right at all. You see what I'm saying? They just kind of build a wall up and they just stay independent, and they'll call you when they need you, or they'll hang out with their friends more, or they'll do things to avoid getting into that relationship, right? They're putting this wall up, right? They got these boundaries, right? A lot of sisters fall into that category, the ones who are out here chasing after degrees in their career and so on and so forth, right? A lot of them don't have time for a man who building or whatever, right? Or they're afraid that they're going to be a bad judge of seeing his potential, right? But at the end of the day, the majority of us date based off of potential. Now, you do have a large portion of people who do meet people and find people who are already doing well, and they can already see how well this person's doing, and it works out clean, right? It works out clean. But again, a large component of this is, how old are these individuals, right? How old are these individuals? If they're young, you're definitely dating based off of potential. In most cases, if the two individuals are young, or if one person or the other person is young, someone is dating that other person based off of potential, right? They're doing it, right? And when they spoke about resentment generally comes when say if a woman expects her man to be a certain way, and he doesn't really want that for himself, right? Whatever it is, say she wants him to be a doctor, and he's like, really, all right, I give it a shot. As he goes through the steps to become that doctor, he may resent her because she's on his back, and she has him doing things that he, in a nutshell, really doesn't want to do, right? She's got him doing things that he really doesn't want to do. So let's just say he's going through the process, he's going through the steps, but during that time, he's going to resent her because she's got him moving in a way that he really doesn't want to do, but he's trying to just keep the peace, right? And that don't even have to be in becoming a doctor. That can be in anything. Anytime you got a woman pushing a man to grow in a way that he's really not interested in. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to be that. I don't want to be that kind of man, right? But she's pushing him, and she's like, I know he's got the potential to do it. I'm gonna just keep pushing him. I'm gonna keep pushing him. A lot of times that man will resent her for that because she's got him doing something that he really doesn't want to do, right? She's got him doing things that he doesn't want to do, and that's where resentment can come from, right? So it's one thing to have potential in going in the direction that you want to go in, but when someone else has you doing the things that you want them to do, that can be problematic, right? So again, there are different types of potential out here, right? And then also look at what are the individual's ages, right? Again, are you looking at potential as far as in their character, right? Or are we talking about the trajectory as far as their career path, their financial status, their economic status, all this other stuff, right? What areas, right? I've already explained what areas are safe and good to see the potential in and grow with, and what areas are bad, which areas you want to avoid, right? So you can absolutely date based on potential, but only in the parameters that I just explained. Right? Otherwise, you'll be taking a big risk, and that's something you probably don't want to do, if we're being honest. That's something you probably don't want to do, if we're being honest. But that's all I got for you guys. Like this video, share this video, leave a comment in the comment section. I can be off on this one. And subscribe to the channel, Speaks the Beast. We're growing fast. Come be a part of this community. We're growing fast. And remember, keep God first. And like the scripture say on the wall, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. I love you all. Be blessed.